How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's gonna be a little bit more informal than what I normally do on the channel, but as many of you know, in the United States, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I wanted to put a video on the channel that related to this topic, had something to do, basically contributed to the mental health conversation. And I felt that there was one topic that I personally struggled with that I didn't feel gets a lot of attention, a lot of recognition, haven't seen any resources about it, haven't seen anyone talk about it. So this one is gonna be about that. Now, as you know, it's spring, it's May, and this time of year, a lot of athletes are in the position of having to make some decisions. Are they gonna continue on next year? Season just ended in March. Are we gonna move on? Are we gonna continue? And there's a lot of people out there right now who maybe biathlon or whatever sport they do is a part of their identity. They love it. They love every single second of it. But they're just not getting the results that they want. They're not getting the results that they feel they deserve. And they got to ask themselves a tough question. Should they continue on? Or should they quit? I myself was in this position a couple years ago. When growing up, I grew up around biathlon. On the weekends, I would go to the range. I would be doing biathlon with my family, with my extended biathlon family. I would wake up early to watch the World Cup races. And even when I was in primary school, in middle school, they asked all the students to talk about themselves, identify themselves. All my friends are saying basketball player, I'm a baseball player. They're all identifying with these sports that they do. I wrote I was a biathlete as a middle schooler, and I honestly don't know if I was even doing biathlon, like serious 22 rifle biathlon yet. So I love this sport. I've grown up around it. It's part of me, and it was tough when I didn't really feel like I was getting the results that I wanted or I deserved. And there came a time when I needed to have that hard conversation with myself. Do I keep going? I've always wanted to be an Olympian. I think that's the highest title that you can earn in sports. And I didn't get anywhere close. I didn't make it to the World Cup. I didn't even make it to the IBU Cup. So I felt like there was still a lot on the table that I hadn't accomplished yet. There was still a lot on the table that I wanted to accomplish, but the results just weren't there for me. And I just want to reach out to those athletes. And I'm not talking about the athlete who has like something lined up. Maybe they got a job and they're like, all right, I'm retiring, I'm quitting, I'm moving on. Or the athlete's just like, you know what? I just don't really like this sport. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the athlete that loves the sport, but is afraid. Afraid of what's next. Because you're not just giving up on the sport, you're giving up on part of your identity. So, to that athlete, I want to tell you that there's a million things that you can do to still be involved with your sport and not have to put the race bib on. Obviously, the lowest hanging fruit out there is being a coach. I know in the US, I can name 5 programs off the top of my head right now that are looking for a biathlon coach. Looking for someone who has this intricate knowledge of this super, super niche sport. And now I'm sure, you're probably thinking, oh, coaching's not for me. And I didn't think coaching was for me either, but I'm going on year number 8 or 9, I don't even remember anymore, of coaching now, and I've enjoyed every second of it. But aside from coaching, there's other ways as well, whether it's an administrative role where you're helping, build programs around the country, not working with athletes, but just more like finding sponsors, setting up programs, building ranges with your local ski club. Who knows? Maybe there's even crazy other areas that we don't even know about yet. For example, this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. I never set out with the goal of becoming a YouTuber, and I cringe to use that word. But I never thought I was gonna start making biathlon content on YouTube. But I realized that there's a need there. There's a need in my biathlon community for someone to talk about biathlon with experience, with passion, share resources and knowledge. And that is how today I still identify as a biathlete. Now granted, I do some fun races every now and again, but I haven't done a serious biathlon race in many years. But even today, I'll consider myself a biathlete. And it's because I've been able to find new avenues to live this biathlon lifestyle. So, if this sounds like you're looking for, some motivation, some guidance, some resources, feel free to reach out. My email is down in the description below. I'd love to chat with you about some different options. Whether it is coaching, maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel or podcast about biathlon. You want to interview athletes, you want to interview coaches, there's a million different ideas. Maybe this isn't you, but you know someone who might be in this boat. Share this video with them and let them know that it's gonna be okay. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.